Now then, YouTube. Going to be reacting to Black Conservative UK. Make sure you subscribe to him. We're doing good work at the minute. I've already seen one of his videos already, and it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. We'll get into this one. It is British Patriot Sikh annihilates woke panelist on the Union Jack flag and British culture. So I'm pretty happy about this. Pretty happy that we have people who aren't white that are joining into the battle more and more, because they always like to say, "You're fascist, white supremacist, blah 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 blah," all this bullcrap, and it's not true, is it? Let's be honest. Let's get into it.
Yes, guys, welcome back to the channel. Guys, this following clip I'm going to show you of a British Patriot Sikh. I've been searching for it everywhere. I've been seeing it do rounds on TikTok, and I've been trying to find the original, segment. But this is the best I can actually do, and I found it on TikTok. And it's basically a British Patriot Sikh talking about what it really...
I would surely think it's on GB News's YouTube. What I'll do is, the link for his video will be in the description. Make sure you go check out his video if you don't want me talking through it. And I'll try and find the GB News clip as well, and I'll try and put that in the description underneath in case you want to watch the original long full-length clip that he's responded to.
It means to be British, and how the word patriotism has been hijacked to mean something else. When you say you're a British patriot to people outside, they're thinking that, oh my gosh, this guy is like a lunatic, he's a far-right lunatic, this guy is crazy, he's like a football hooligan. And it's like, no, I'm just a British patriot, someone who just loves and embraces the United Kingdom and its values. So that's it, and he articulates it very, very well, in this interview. And he's talking to a guy that's a bit wokish. He says he likes the flag, or he embraces the flag and it should be flown, but he said somehow the flag has been hijacked by far right. I don't understand this leftist mentality, but it hasn't been hijacked by anyone. I feel like people have just revived. There's been a revival of nationalism in the United Kingdom, whereby people are like, you know what, it's time to fly the Union Jack flag or the St. George.
Yeah, I would say it's happened to me. 15 years ago, I didn't really like the flag. I would have had one of these leftists' ideas that it was troublesome or a bit cringe, or the wrong kind of people liked to fly it or embraced it a bit too much. And as I have matured and debated people, both left-wing and right-wing, I suppose I have grown to actually love it, especially with the history that Britain is responsible for. We did massive amounts of good for the world. The modern world is our creation. So I in no way feel bad about either of the two flags, or the Scottish flag or the Welsh flag. But let's be honest, I don't think the Scottish, Welsh and Northern Irish flags are getting quite the same flack as the English flag or the Union flag.
This flag, because they've been seeing Palestinian flags for like years on end. How many years is it now? 2 years in October, or 3 years, two or 3 years in October. They've been seeing the Iranian flag, they've been seeing the Syrian flag, they've been seeing all these flags, the Pakistani flag for Independence Day, the Bengali flag. So they're like, you know what, this is Britain, and I'm gonna fly the Union Jack flag, or I'm gonna fly the St. George's flag, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's not being hijacked by anything. So this leftist, I don't know what he's talking about the flag has been hijacked by these far right protesters. No, people are just saying that this is UK and we are proud of the heritage here in the United Kingdom, which is absolutely fine. No one should be apologizing. People need to be unapologetic with the flag now. No more apologizing, no more, oh God, no more explaining yourselves. This is the flag, this is Britain, this is how we do it. Simple, it's done. We're not talking anymore. So yeah, but anyway, guys, let's get straight into this interview.
When you look at this situation, Operation Raising the Colours, you have to ask, again, is it about bringing people together? And when you look at who's involved, it's Tommy Robinson, it's Britain First, people who every day are about spreading division. You have to conclude.
Well, I don't necessarily agree with
this isn't about bringing people together.
The reason I don't agree with that is because I don't necessarily think that's entirely true. I mean, there's millions of people involved in it, aren't there? There's millions of people.
We don't know how many people, but we know for a fact Britain First are buying flags, and Tommy Robinson is involved, and these are not people.
But why would it be buying flags? Britain First to be flying their flags for, I don't know. group was created. I don't quite understand his point.
People who are about bringing people together. That is not part of their
This
repertoire.
this is exactly what's gone wrong in the last 30 years of the Blairite orthodoxy. You know, patriotism has been besmirched as a dirty word. Nation First patriots have been maligned as far-right extremists. And this is exactly what we're hearing tonight. No, this is the average man and woman on the street saying, you know what, we've had enough. We want this red, white and blue flying from every pole, from every town hall. We don't want foreign flags flown from our town hall celebrating foreign independence days. Look, if you're that bothered about free Palestine or free Kashmir, then go to Gaza, go to Pakistan. What on earth are you doing here in Britain?
Let's get one thing really clear. I love our flag. I love our
correct.
flags. I think we
Exactly. If you don't like the flag, piss off. Like we don't want you here if you don't like it. You know, and it's not to say you need to like everything about a country. You know, so if I went to go live in, like, say, Canada, and I was living there would be things that would annoy me, and I should be able to like have a little bit of a whinge, a little bit of a complaint. But to go around trying to deter the natives, not natives, that's maybe the wrong word, but the Canadians, you know, like to be able to go around and tell them what they should and shouldn't be doing would be completely preposterous. I should leave if I have such an issue with it.
should be flying the Union Jack and the George Cross at every opportunity.
So what issue do you have with people putting them up on lampposts?
I want to see it in churchyards, I want to see it in people's gardens, I want to see it on people's cars. When something gets claimed by the far right, as the Union Jack and the George Cross have sadly sometimes been, we have to snatch it back.
I think if you're in the UK, you embrace our values of freedom, liberty and democracy, or you practice what you preach and go and live somewhere where the things...
Look, I've only just really come across this guy. I'm sure I've wrote down his name. Oh. Yeah, he's a good fella. The fact that he's unapologetic, and the fact he likes both as well. As you can see, he's still got his Indian flag on. He has a name. I can't quite remember the Indian flag's name, but he's not having to, you know, be forced into choosing. He's like, I love both, which is fine. That is completely fine, because he is still integrated into Western culture. He's wearing a suit. You know, he's supporting our culture. And I like that he's just telling them to leave, because when we do it, we're like, you're racist, you're fascist, but you're gonna have a hard time calling him fascist.
You want are being practiced already. Everyone and anyone who asks for this, well, it's time for mass deportations. If you don't align with the values of the United Kingdom, well, clear out, go and live somewhere where...
Whoa, strong talk, Andy. What do you think of that?
Ridiculous.
Why?
If you don't align with the values, then you can be deported. That's an authoritarian suggestion. That's absolutely ridiculous.
All right, guys. So before I get into
Well, it's not authoritarian, is it? Like, you'd be leaving of your own accord. It's not. We're not saying we're going to remove you. We're saying you should leave. You know, it's not authoritarian to suggest to somebody that they should do something which is logically consistent with their worldview. That is not authoritarianism. Authoritarianism would be, we're going to remove you now because you don't like that. That would be authoritarianism. What a pillock.
my last clip, which is like a compilation type video of ethnic minorities basically saying that the Union Jack flags and the St. George's flags should be, you know, flown high, you know, they shouldn't be removed. You know, before I get to that video, this Sikh man is absolutely correct. You know, the deportation, you know, if you're not happy here, you know, like many people have said recently, you know, you can just go elsewhere. It's just that simple. You know, a lot of minorities are taking that stance, you know, they're fed up. Because with minorities, you have to remember that there is a lot of complaining with a lot of minorities, and there's a portion that just, they're not here to complain, like this guy, like myself. We just want to get on with it. We don't want people, you know, bringing us into their mess and just complaining and saying, no, UK owe us this, they owe us that. I don't want to be part of that. You know, I'm in the UK, I embrace it. You know, I thank the UK for what it's done for me. He thanks the UK for what the UK has done for him. Many minorities think like us, we're like-minded like them. But, you know, unfortunately, there is a, you know, large portion of people in the United Kingdom that don't feel the same way, and they just want to be nagging and complaining and doing all else that goes against the interests of the United Kingdom. And this even involves, you know, a lot of these pro-Palestinians. You know, you need to be on our side. Now, all minorities should be on our side. We're fighting this, and it's like, I'm not part of this. Like, you know, we're not part of.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I detest. I keep trying to get pulled into the argument, and what's happening now is that I'm sort of ending up on Israel by default, because the Israel flag's been flown on our side of the argument. So, I mean, I'm a bit fed up with it, to be honest. I don't want to get involved with either of those arguments. That's why, if you've looked at this channel, I haven't talked about Israel and Palestine once. and I'm probably not ever going to because I don't really want to get involved in that topic. But the leftists just seem to want to pester us that much. It then just pushes us in the opposite direction.
This, this is not our fight, man. Honestly, I want to be left alone. And then if you're not, if you don't join them, then somehow, they try to strong arm you or force you or guilt trip you into, supporting their cause.
Yeah, and they say that we fund Israel, which is completely false. We sell weapons to Israel, so they fund us because they're giving us money for weapons. So they fund us. We don't fund Israel. It's the wrong way around.
Cause. You have to support our cause or support nothing. So the left have got real selfish with that. Anyway, guys, let's get into that last clip I wanted to show you.
Maybe Tower Hamlets Council feel our flag is divisive, but did they ask whether the residents here are offended by the flag of the country they live in?
I think they should have kept it up, innit? If you're in this country, yeah, you should keep their flag up,
Yeah.
At the places that it's meant to be.
So when you see the Union Jack, the flag of the UK, or the St George's Cross, the flag of England, what do you think about those flags?
I don't have any particular feelings about it. I just know that it's the flag of this country, and I respect it. You have to respect people's flags and that, innit?
Yeah.
That's it, really.
So do you feel like it's your flag?
I never really thought about it, I guess so, yeah. I'm here, I've been here, I'm a British guy, but I am Jamaican as well. But I respect, where I come from, and I respect where I am, and this country has given me a lot.
When you see the Union Jack or the St George's Cross, which is the flag of England, do you feel proud of those flags? Do you like seeing them, or...?
I love seeing them.
You like seeing them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think the council should have let those flags stay up on those lampposts?
Of course.
Yeah, okay.
I love it.
They should have left it to stay there because it's okay. It's a
Yeah, I mean, this is nice. I suppose you could say it is tokenism because there'll be plenty that like it. But what the left like to do is they like to pretend it's only whites that like the flag. So that is why it's important to be able to highlight people who aren't from our country that do like the flag. And if they don't like it, as the Sikh said, piss off.
pride for everyone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's no means to remove the flags. It's okay.
Yeah. And do you when you see the British flag, the Union Jack, or the St George's Cross, do you feel proud of those flags, proud of our country?
Yeah, it's okay. Everyone's flag is a pride. Yeah, it's okay.
You had the Union Jack flag got taken down, the St George's Cross. What do you think about that?
Union flag.
Yeah, that's right.
Why?
It got taken down by the council.
Why?
Well, that's a good question. I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is ridiculous.
Yeah. Are you
Britain.
exactly? Are you proud of our flag?
No, obviously I'm proud of that flag. Yeah.
Brilliant. Me too. Well, the Union Jack and the St
of
George's
course,
Cross.
of course.
Yeah. So you think Tower Hamlets Council were wrong to take it down?
Yeah, they are wrong. Yeah.
I think so
they
too.
Should, whoever did that, they should take action against them.
Yeah.
They were taking them down.
They took them down. Yeah.
Why?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, I think they should let them stay up. It's our national flag, isn't it?
They should be taking down the flag of the British flag.
They
should be taking down
They
any
shouldn't,
flag.
no.
I think they're crazy. I think that's out of order, and I think that's irrational.
This country is United Kingdom, so
Yeah.
it's not fair that someone take off the flag.
I agree. And are you proud of our flag? Are you proud of the Union Jack and the St George's Cross?
I mean, UK gave me everything. I'm an immigrant as well.
Yeah.
So I think I'm not proud. I think the flag should stay.
Yeah.
Because I'm proud of this country because this country gave me so much opportunity as a migrant.
So yeah, man, it's very nice for them to.
Couldn't quite find the mouse then. Yeah, exactly. Like we've given so much to so many people, and now some of them are turning around and slapping us in the face about it. Like for that, like our ancestors died for that flag. One of my ancestors died in the Battle of the Somme. It's completely preposterous that we're not allowed to fly our flag in our country, or we're being told we can't. No, for like health and safety reasons. Like, piss off, health and safety. I'll take the risk on having a flag being on a lamppost, you pricks.
To have this view, man, honestly speaking, I'm seeing like a collective mindset of people that are really, pro-UK, and it's very nice to see, and the left are just going, this is what I'm saying, when you go so woke, like they got to a point where they were woke, but now they've just gone so far woke whereby even people on the left are just like, what the hell is this? Like, what am I even standing for? And they're just like, no, I want to go back to common sense. I don't want to follow this leftist ideology, wokeness of just hating the UK. I'm not for this, so I just want to go back to common sense. And a lot of people have seen common sense and they've seen the games that the left like to play. So yeah, so I'm very, very happy to see, like, a lot of different ethnic minorities, you know, coming together and talking about how the flags should simply just stay up. You know, this is the UK. Just love where you're from. In America, they're very patriotic. There's no conversation like, you know, this over there. They don't do that. This is the American flag, this red, white, and blue.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, it's called the Star Spangled, but no, actually, the song is the Star Spangled Banner, isn't it? Ah, what's the flag called now? Remind me in the comments what the flag's called. It's escaping me at the minute. Just completely blanked. But yeah, I think even the leftist Americans are not trying to deter the flag as such. I mean, I see memes where they say it's cringe when they have these trucks with the Union flag on and pictures of guns saying "Come take them," which you know, I have no opinion on. I'm not American, but he's right. There's none of this nonsense in America. They're allowed to fly their flag. Nobody's telling them to take it down. To me, we appear to be the one and only country where this flag debate is happening. I don't think even France or Spain, Portugal, you know, Netherlands, other countries that had empires, nobody else is having this conversation. Just here in England, for some reason, despite the fact we were the ones who forced the rest of the world to stop slavery. Absolutely preposterous.
You're gonna honor this flag, or else you ain't coming in. They don't play games in America, man, honestly. They're very patriotic, and I feel like that needs to be brought to the UK, because I rarely ever see British flags. You know, I see more foreign flags, you know, and there needs to be British flags. There needs to be more patriotism. I'm happy to see the revival of, you know, a lot of patriots, and, you know, I just want to see this continue. I want to see this continue. And the next step, personally speaking, you know, I just want to see just...
Yeah, same. I want to see the flag thing continue, and I want to see this continue as well, where we have non-white British people who are getting involved in the conversation and, you know, like taking the non-woke side of it. That's what I also want to see.
You know, more Christianity in the United Kingdom as well. You know, with patriotism, because that's what made, you know, the UK great, you know, that Christian religion, you know. So see, but that's a talk for another day. But I'd really honestly just love to see a revival of Christianity in the United Kingdom, and no more churches, please, should be turned to any mosques. Not one more church. I don't even want to see that. Another church being turned to a mosque. I don't even want to see that, honestly. That stresses the hell out of me. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like that. I'm not sure it's happened in many places near me. At least not in my town. I'm not going to dox myself where I'm from. My town doesn't appear to have done that. Maybe in some of the cities that are closer to me. But as for the metropolitan town where I live, it hasn't occurred. I don't like seeing that. But long may this continue. The pushback has started. The British people, the English people particularly, have woken up. The government do not like it, but tough titty, you serve us, we don't serve you. So get with the program, and you know, we'll see how it goes from here. But it's a very interesting time in Great Britain at the moment. It's I don't think we've not in my lifetime have I ever lived through something quite as I don't know how to describe it. Not interesting, but yeah, just interesting. I suppose that'll do. Not quite. Nothing's been quite as interesting as this. Even the Brexit vote, as interesting as that was when it was occurring, that was more or less over. Like you know, by the time the vote had occurred, this is just ongoing. So you know, I'll see you in the next one anyway. Make sure you go and subscribe to Black UK Conservative, or you know, whatever the actual Black Conservative UK. That's it. Go give him a subscribe. Maybe watch this video without me waffling if you want as well. And I'll see you in the next one. See you later. City.